to the hoop. So Brooks will shoot a pair. With Jackson Christian out to their largest lead of the game, it's a 13-point contest. Too strong for Brooks. And Brooks tonight an uncharacteristic 0 for 3 from the line. Her second shot is good, so she puts an end to the spell. Now 1 for 4. And the load's been lifted tonight for Trinity Brooks thanks to some help from, well, a number of contributors. Lily Barnes leading the way with 11. Erin Baines with 6 of her own. And Alana Yarborough 6 points as well. The scoring has been distributed. Pearson Vaughn throws one up in the key. It's off the back of the rim, and the rebound pulled down with Jackson Christian. Taylor Baines going to take it herself. Drew some contact, shot no good. And the Tigers center comes up with the ball. 1 minute to go in the half. And Vaughn tries another 3. I've lost track of how many this half, but there have been a lot of them. And out of bounds, Eagles basketball with 53.7. If you're just tuning us in here in the tail end of the first half, make sure you stick around. Our Eagles halftime report is coming at you midway through halftime. We'll update you on all of the scoring from both sides and also get you set for the boys game later on tonight. Tip-off 7:30 between the boys, the Tigers, and the Eagles. Coming up next on WNWS.com. And after the Tigers came down with the rebound, a traveling violation whistled against Asia Phillips. And we'll give it right back to the Eagles with 29.9 on the clock. Pass up high, Erin Baines straight away, no good, rattles out. Lexi Bell puts one up, no good. And Trinity Brooks walked. So Erin Baines now 2 for 4 from three-point land. But the Eagles have a comfortable 14-point cushion as time ticks down in the first half. Tigers with a chance to take the final shot. Pearson Vaughn, another 3. Front iron, pulled down by Yarborough, but she got stripped. Just 5 seconds to go. And Asia Phillips going to give it over to Gaddy. Three-pointer, no good. And the third rebound of the possession is pulled down by the Tigers, but no time to get another shot up. A 30-16 lead for Jackson Christian going into the half. Brian Freeman has to be pleased with what he has seen. Well-distributed scoring, connection from beyond the perimeter. And all stats all around for all the girls pulling in some points tonight. 14-point game as we head into the halftime break. Let's take a 3-minute pause, and we'll be right back with you for the Eagles halftime report from Ripley High School. You're watching Jackson Christian Lady Eagles basketball on WNWS.com.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Hi, I'm Grover King, owner and jeweler of King Jewelers. I opened King Jewelers 22 years ago and made it my mission to provide you with quality jewelry at an affordable price. With over 35 years experience as a jeweler, you can feel safe knowing your jewelry is in good hands. Whether you just need a ring sized or want to create a custom engagement ring, King Jewelers will help. My employees are knowledgeable and we put customer service first. No job is too small and every person that walks through our door is important to us. Come to see us at King Jewelers today. 16 Conrad Drive, 664-8188. Shop us online at kingjewelersjackson.com.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Huh, Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Welcome back inside the gym here at Ripley High School. Andrew Chapman coming at you with the Eagles halftime report. And what a first half it was for Jackson Christian. Maybe some of the best shooting we've seen all year from the Lady Eagles. Right out of the gate, Aaron Baines was sharp shooting, hit 2 3-pointers. Lily Barnes got involved with a team-high 11 points throughout the first half. And Taylor Baines contributing a 3-pointer as well. And Alana Yarborough with second team high in scoring with 6 of her own. Lexi Bell also a field goal. And Trinity Brooks, some of the load has been lifted off of the star sophomore. She only has 3 points, 1 field goal, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. But as we mentioned, Lily Barnes has been the story, the freshman with 11 points to lead the way. Meanwhile, for the Ripley Tigers, the offense really running through Pearson Vaughn, who hucked up a ton of shots in the first half. Don't have the exact count in front of me, but probably accounted for about 75% of the shots in the first half for the Lady Tigers. Only finished with 7 points, though. Jackson Christian did a good job of contesting Vaughn. Heaven Ward has contributed a pair of buckets, and Olivia Gaddy on the board with 4 for the senior as well. Jackson Christian in a good position, leading 30-16. With an 8-5 record, trying to put an end to a 2-game skid. And they have a solid chance to try and hand the Lady Tigers their 3rd loss of the year as they come in at 3-2 into tonight. We'd like to remind you that our broadcast tonight of Jackson Christian Lady Eagles basketball is brought to you by our great sponsors. They include King Jewelers, Toyo's Clinic, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto, McDonald's, Sarah of Jackson, Lifeline Voice and Data, Allegra, Marketing, Print and Mail, Kaufman's Furniture, Appliance, Bedding and Outdoor, Mac Pest Control, Mitchell's Body Shop, Jackson State Community College, Victory, Jackson North, and Roberts Jewelers, along with House of Hair. A big thank you to all of our sponsors bringing you Jackson Christian Eagles basketball tonight on WNWS.com. For those of you that want to scan all of the action tonight across West Tennessee, you can also tune in over on local radio. 101.5 News Talk WNWS has USJ action tonight. The Bruins in action tonight. You can catch Dan Reeves on the call of boys and girls action from USJ on the road tonight at Sacred Heart. I want to run over some of the polling as well that just recently came out amongst the Associated Press rankings of high school girls basketball, and want to jump all the way down to the Division II Class A rankings. They did a top 5 in the recent polls published in the Tennessean. If you want to go check that out, you can see all of the rankings for all of the different divisions and programs across the state. But in Division II, Class A, Tipton Rosemark Academy with a 2-0 record in conference right at the top. Trinity Christian, who these girls saw on Friday night and lost by 20, they came in at number 2 in the state in Division II Class A, followed by Lakeway Christian at number 3, Webb at number 4, and Clarksville Academy with their 10-4 record coming in at number 5. But the Jackson Christian Eagles trying to make a case for themselves down the second half of the season. They look good tonight with a 8-5 record and a 14-point lead as we get ready for the second half. We'll go ahead and take another 2-minute pause as we wrap up the Eagles halftime report, and we'll be back to give you the starting side for both sides. The Eagles up by 14 and looking for win number 9 on WNWS.com.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Final seconds of the half as we get set for second half action from Ripley High School. Hello everyone and welcome back inside the gym here at Ripley High. I'm Andrew Chapman. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday night. The Jackson Christian Lady Eagles are off and rolling after some sharp shooting in the first half. Leading the way, Lily Barnes with a team-high 11 points. And the starting 5 on the floor to get things going. Alana Yarborough, Aaron Baines, along with Trinity Brooks, Lily Barnes, and Taylor Baines. The officials taking a moment to get out onto the court. You got to milk every last second out of that halftime if you're one of the Zebras down there. One of the refs down there looks like he's still finishing up a snack from the snack bar. Well, anyways, we're off and running in the second half, and Trinity Brooks gets it up high to Taylor Baines. Asia Phillips out there for the Tigers, along with Pearson Vaughn. Olivia Gaddy also on the floor. And Navia Smith, who we haven't seen yet tonight, gets the start here in the second half for the Tigers. Shania Walker, the other player out there, rounding out the 5 for Ripley High. Trinity Brooks to inbound, and it goes to Barnes, who quickly lost the ball. And it's out of bounds, back with the Tigers with 7:37 to play in the third quarter. Pearson Vaughn, leading scorer for the Tigers with 7. We'll see if they continue to give her a big volume of the shots. Took something like 75% of their shots in the first half. Olivia Gaddy to inbound. Pass goes to Heaven Ward. And the second shot, no good. It's airballed. Two Tigers were fighting for the rebound on the baseline, and it was knocked out of bounds. So 7:20 to play in the third. And the feed goes to Aaron Baines, double teamed in the key. Dribbles out of pressure, fakes off one defender. But her shot is airballed, and now there is a wide open Yarborough who can't hit the shot from the elbow. But Lily Barnes cleans up the rebound, and the Eagles with another shot at the possession. Along the baseline, Yarborough trying to feed Baines, had it knocked away by Pearson. And Baines inbounds to Barnes, swinging it around the perimeter. Taylor Baines, a wide open look, and it's off the mark. It's back up high with Aaron Baines after Trinity Brooks got the offensive board. Pass stolen away by Ward, and she lost the dribble. Lily Barnes was right behind Ward and cleaned up the ball. Here's a stop and a jumper. Trinity Brooks airballed and a foul. Ward going to be whistled after slapping Aaron Baines on the arm. For Ward, that's her second personal. And with 6:22 to play, Aaron Baines will inbound under the hoop. Pearson Vaughn nearly knocked it away, but they get it out to Brooks on the wing. And Asia Phillips stepping up, knocking it into the backcourt. And Lily Barnes able to keep the possession alive. Yarborough draws contact under the hoop, and Ward, who just got hit with a personal moments ago, is hit with another one. This time a shooting foul that'll send Yarborough to the stripe. Yarborough with 6 first-half points. And a 1-for-2 night from Charity. Misfires on her first. And a substitute as Ward checks off after those back-to-back fouls. The boys team for the Ripley High Tigers working their way down the bleachers and heading towards the locker room and going to get set for their Tuesday night matchup against the Jackson Christian boys. First tip scheduled for roughly 7:30 p.m. tonight. If you're just joining us, Jackson Christian putting up 30 first-half points after they scored just 36 all of Friday night against TCA. So great turnaround effort on the offensive side tonight for Jackson Christian. Altogether, also hitting 4 3-pointers, rather make it 5 in the opening half. And a jump ball goes back the way of the Tigers on the alternating possession. I'll tell you what, though, 15-point lead at this point. Brian Freeman still urging his team on down there on the sidelines. And Trinity Brooks just inbounded to herself. Can't do that, so a little bit of a miscommunication as Brooks, I think she thought she'd have Barnes underneath the hoop, and then Barnes cut away from the basket trying to get open. And Asia Phillips brings it across the timeline with Just about 5:30 to go in the third quarter. And Pearson Vaughn, 2 girls at her face, puts up a 3. That one was halfway home and it rattled out. And a foul in the backcourt. Nevaeh Smith hit with the personal foul, her first. That pass was pretty sharp, seeking Yarborough, who on the other end knocks it away, and Aaron Baines able to come up with it. Credit Yarborough after losing the possession, rushing into the backcourt, knocking the ball away. And Taylor Baines, wide open look, a little short, and Pearson Vaughn up with the rebound. Nearly traveled there. Vaughn leads Phillips along the baseline. Loose ball pulled up at the elbow, and it's buried by Gaddy. Gaddy with 6. Vaughn still leading the way in scoring for the Tigers with 7. Lily Barnes creates some space, finds Brooks, dribbles around a defender, and is fouled on her way to the bucket, and will head back to the line for 2. So with 4:30 to go, Trinity Brooks heads to the line for the 3rd time tonight. 3rd trip to the line, I should say. All told, 1 for 4. And her first shot is short off the front of the rim. Lexi Bell will take off Lily Barnes. Second one hangs up there and drops home for Brooks, who now has 4. Still leading the way tonight for the Eagles in scoring, Lily Barnes. 11 first-half points, nothing for her so far in the second. And a little sluggish out of the gate compared to that first-half onslaught. Just 2 points for Jackson Christian so far. And a runner in the lane for Pearson Vaughn drops in. A team-high 9 for Vaughn. Up high and over to Lexi Bell. To Brooks on the wing. 3-pointer incoming. That one might have been blocked. It was well short of the bucket. And the Tigers back up with it. They've cut it down to 12. Brooks saved it from going out of bounds. Found Yarborough, who gets it up to Taylor Baines. And a running floater circles out. Lexi Bell puts it back up. And she got fouled. Bell to shoot a pair. Asia Phillips hit with a personal foul. No good on the first free throw for Lexi Bell. Bell goes 1 for 2. 3 points on the night for the senior guard, Lexi Bell. And the clock under 3:30 in the third quarter. Asia Phillips going to dial from long distance, can't connect, and the putback no good. Loose ball, anyone's ball. Last touch by the Tigers and Nevaeh Smith. So a 13-point game. Jackson Christian's offense has been stingy. But still looking for their first field goal in the second half. Uncharacteristic from what we saw early on. Trinity Brooks can't get it. Was contested as she elevated to the hoop. And the ball last touched by the Tigers. So Jackson Christian will keep it in their front court. And even 3 minutes on the clock in the third. And the pass up high to the wing with Taylor Baines. Quickly pressured by Phillips. And they get it over to Bell, who dribbles to the line. Kicks out to Taylor Baines. Created some space, put one up at the elbow, but couldn't get it to fall. And the Tigers pushing in transition, knocked away by Baines. The great steal and the putback on the other end, no good. It was off the bottom of the backboard. And a slap on the hand as Aaron Baines got fouled. Shania Walker picks up her second personal foul. And that's already the 7th of the quarter for the Tigers. So even though that was a foul on the floor, Aaron Baines now to the line with the Tigers in the penalty and will shoot a 1-and-1. And her first shot hits the rim, backboard, and falls. So back up to a 14-point game, which ties a game high tonight for Jackson Christian. Second one perfect for Baines. Add 2 to her nightly total. She now has 8. 15-point lead, biggest of the night for Jackson Christian. All 5 of their second half points, though, have been from the free throw line. And a double team down low forces it back up high with Phillips, who's going to try a 3. Halfway down, hit the backboard and rattled in. And Phillips right back into the backcourt, stole it away, and Brooks blocked Phillips, and she finished at the hoop. So in a span of just about 10-15 seconds, Asia Phillips puts 5 points on the board for the Tigers and swings the momentum. Really the biggest turn in momentum that we've seen from either side tonight. Jackson Christian obviously had a ton of it in the first half with all the three-pointers that they hit. But Asia Phillips able to provide a spark for the Tigers. And after a touch Jackson Christian, the ball still going to be with Ripley High. With just about 2 minutes on the clock, Phillips going to try another one. No good. And Brooks down with the rebound. Taylor Baines threw it behind the hoop, but saved by Yarborough. Feeds Baines in the key, can't get the shot to fall, it was short off the rim. And the Tigers up with it. 10-point game, a chance to cut it to single digits. We haven't seen that since midway through the opening quarter. And Vaughn, who's been shut down mostly in the second half, tripped up. And a blocking foul that will go against Taylor Baines. Third personal tonight for Baines. And Asia Phillips, the senior point guard, will inbound along the baseline. Coming off a screen is Gaddy. Pressured by Bell, and now Vaughn from 3, no good, off the right side of the rim. And Lexi Bell quickly pushing the tempo on the other end, all the way to the hoop, and a blocking foul called against the Tigers. Lexi Bell not wasting any time to get on the other end, saw some open floor coming off the rebound and opted to go coast to coast. So she'll shoot 2. Now 8 team fouls in the half for the Tigers, and the first one from Bell, no good. Substitution coming on as well for the Tigers. Nevaeh Smith back out there on the floor. And Bell throws up her second shot, nearly airballed to hit the bottom of the net. So just a little bit of a misfire for Bell. In this third quarter and in this second half, as the pass is stolen away by Brooks and put up, no good. She'll go to the line for 2. In this third quarter, The Tigers have outscored the Eagles 9-5. So really a tale of two halves, but Trinity Brooks back to the free throw line, her 4th trip to the line tonight. And boy, she airballed that free throw. Can tell Brooks has been frustrated from the free throw line tonight, just 2 of 7. But trying to go 1 for 2, and she does. So Brooks able to shake off that first one and go 1 for 2 from the stripe. Now 3 for 8 on the night. And 5 points to her total. 11-point game as the clock ticks towards a minute in the third quarter. And in the corner, a quick 3 is put up by Gaddy. Halfway down and out. Bell fighting for the rebound. Shoulder to shoulder with Smith. And last touch by the Tigers. Ripley High didn't like that call. And now they just overturned the call. So the initial call was Jackson Christian basketball, given back to the Tigers on the secondary internal review. And Erin Baines able to anticipate that one. She picks off the pass and feeds Barnes underneath, who finishes with a layup. First field goal of the entire second half, stolen away by Brooks, and she converts with a bucket. So just like that, momentum shifts once again. Barnes and Brooks with back-to-back buckets. And the clock ticks under 25, and the lead back up to 15. Phillips throws one up, no good, too strong. Loose ball in the key, and Yarborough up with it. Pressured along the sideline, works through pressure, draws a defender, and a travel after the Tigers came up with it. 9-point in on the clock, and the ball back with Jackson Christian. We saw Asia Phillips earlier on in this third quarter score 5 points in a matter of about 10 seconds. And after a bucket by Barnes, a steal, and a bucket by Brooks, all of that momentum shifting right back towards the Eagles. Taylor Baines dispossessed. That was a backcourt, but the clock will expire before the whistle. And on we head to our final 8 minutes from Ripley High. It's a 15-point game. Eagles have tied their largest advantage of the night. Let's step aside for a minute and take you down the home stretch when we return on WNWS.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
Welcome back inside the gym at Ripley High. Andrew Chapman welcoming you in for the fourth quarter of action. It's a 15-point lead for Jackson Christian as they look to put an end to their short 2-game losing skid. And they have a nice cushion for the final 8 minutes. Still leading the way tonight is Lily Barnes, who heads to the hoop and draws the foul. Will go to the line and shoot 2. Lily Barnes, the freshman, the leading scorer amongst all scorers in this one with 13. And the first one good for Barnes. Barnes perfect from the stripe. Her great shooting night continues now with 15. And the Eagles steal it right away. Pressure in the backcourt. Erin Baines going to try a jumper from the elbow. And it hangs on top of the rim and falls. Eagles starting to blow the doors open. A 19-point lead, their biggest of the night, continues to swell. And a whistle and a timeout. Lonnie Starks wants to chat it over with his offense pinned in the backcourt. We'll step aside as well. 30 seconds and a 19-point lead for the Eagles on WNWS.com. Keep it right here.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
So Ripley High, with pressure in the backcourt, opting to chat it over, draw something up on the old whiteboard, and get back to it. 44-25, Eagles closing in on their 9th win of the season after their biggest lead of the game at 19. A reminder that immediately following tonight's girls' action, the boys will take the floor. Estimated time for tip-off scheduled at about 7:30. So we're right on track for a 7:30 tip tonight from Ripley High. Ball out of bounds and last touched by the Eagles. .7:14 to play, and Olivia Gowdy to inbound on the far sideline. She gives to Shania Walker. Up high with Phillips. Double teamed. Back over to Walker. Drives the baseline. Floats one up. An air ball. Gathered by Ward. Corner 3 is good. Olivia Gowdy connects for a triple. She now has 9. And Brooks on the other end has the answer. A 3 of her own. And Trinity Brooks now getting hot. She's into double digits with 10 points. Eagles applying pressure. And the layup is good. So a timeout called by Lonnie Starks right after the bucket. 17-point game. Let's pause for another 30 seconds on WNWS.com.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Coming out of the timeout, a 17-point game. Olivia Gowdy, a short shot underneath the hoop, falling for her. She's taken the team lead for the Tigers tonight with 11. Pearson Vaughn, who hasn't been putting up nearly as many shots in the second half, with 9. And Vaughn underneath the bucket rejected Barnes as she tried to elevate. And with the ball knocked away, Taylor Baines in the right spot to come up with it. And on the other end, she loses the ball, ran into pressure, and gives back up high. And Trinity Brooks will let the clock tick towards 6 minutes. Brian Freeman shouting some orders at his offense. And moving through the lane, Yarborough. Shot was blocked. And last touch by the Tigers. Eagles basketball with 5:54. An immediate inbound pass goes underneath to Yarborough. And she was in front of the defender, able to finish off the shot. And Yarborough has 9. Still leading the way tonight, Lily Barnes, a season-high 15 points for the freshman. The lead back up to a game-high 19 for Jackson Christian. Taylor Baines with it on the wing. Yarborough, straightaway three, why not? High off the glass. Don't know if she called it, but they'll take it. Brian Freeman shaking his head down there. Loving the long distance effort tonight from Jackson Christian. Yarborough now with 12. Lily Barnes and Aaron Baines checking off the floor. Back out there, Hannah DeWitt to get some minutes. And Pearson Vaughn back at it again, shooting the threes. And she couldn't get it. Phillips, second three is good. Asia Phillips, the senior point guard, connects for her second three-pointer of the game. And with under 5 minutes to go, it's a 19-point lead for Jackson Christian. They've put up 51. That pass by DeWitt, nearly stolen away. Baines comes up with it. Yarborough against Vaughn underneath. And a foul will go against Pearson Vaughn, her second personal. Most points scored by the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles this season, that was 69 back on November 21st against Hollow Rock Brewston. So without a big surge here late, probably not going to hit that season high mark, but tonight ranks amongst one of the best in terms of offensive output for Jackson Christian. And Yarborough goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. She now has 13. Asia Phillips, pass into the corner. Three-pointer off the back iron. And Ward able to come up with the rebound. Pearson Vaughn kind of Euro stepping her way into the key, and she hurt herself as she drove towards the hoop. Looked like she might have tangled ankles underneath. And she's in some clear pain down on the floor. So one of the things you hate to see down there, Pearson Vaughn, a big-time contributor for this Lady Tigers offense and trying to battle her way all the way to the bucket. Got tripped up with a number of Eagles players underneath down there. We'll let the training staff tend to Vaughn as Brian Freeman talks things over with his group. It's a 52-33 game with 4:27 to play from Ripley High. We will take a minute pause for the injury and be back in a moment on WNWS.com.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
Well, Pearson Vaughn able to work her way off the floor without putting any weight on that left ankle. But good to see her, at the very least, help to her feet. And the training staff able to tend to her and deal with the injury. Vaughn with a really solid night. 9 points for the Tigers, and Ripley High will hate to lose one of their leading pieces on offense. Vaughn unable to shoot the free throws, of course, so going to the line for her. I believe Heaven Ward taking the shots. No, that's, we'll get you the name on the shooter here, but first shot no good, second off the mark as well. And that's number 13, who unfortunately I don't have on my roster sheet, but nonetheless, Lady Tigers Down big, 19-point game for Jackson Christian with the clock ticking towards 4 minutes on a Tuesday night at Ripley. Reminder, the boys coming up, roughly 7:30 tip as Jackson Christian looks to get the win tonight. The boys, and even 4 minutes on the clock. One of the big stories going into tonight for the Jackson Christian boys. What will Peyton Tinsley have in store for an encore performance after a 21-point, 10-rebound game at TCA on Friday night? We'll see if the big man Tinsley is back at it again for the Eagles on a Tuesday. Whistle and an offensive foul. Trinity Brooks might have shoved off before she went to the bucket. And Brooks is hit with her first personal foul. Multiple players in double digits tonight scoring for Jackson Christian. Lily Barnes leading the way with 15. Brooks with 10. And Yarborough, another freshman, contributing with 13 of her own. The two freshmen, Barnes and Yarborough, have been the story tonight. So is the three-point shot. The two Baines sisters combining for 3 total three-pointers. That 3 is good. Shania Walker connects. And it's a 52-36 game with 3:15 to play. And some pressure applied in the backcourt. Asia Phillips whistled for the block and hit with her second personal. That is the 10th team foul of the half. And it will send Lexi Bell to the line. Now in the double bonus, will shoot 2. Lexi Bell, perfect. And the second shot for Bell, a little soft. Up for grabs, Yarborough has it, leads Barnes, and is able to finish with a hand in her face. Lily Barnes was 17 and locked in tonight. Under 3 minutes to play, and Asia Phillips with the ball, guarded closely by Brooks. Back up high with Gaddy. Swinging it around the arc. Phillips gets past Brooks, throws one up, running towards the hoop, and the offensive board pulled down by the Tigers, but the kick-out pass goes out of bounds. 2:33 to go. And a 19-point game for Jackson Christian as the Eagles look for their 19th win. Uncontested, wide open, underneath the hoop. There's Alana Yarborough, who could have set up a campsite down there and finished the bucket. Yarborough now with 15. I think there's a little competition going on between the two freshmen right now. Barnes and Yarborough trading buckets. Three-pointer, a misfire. And with 2 minutes to go, Barnes pushing up the floor, feeds Brooks, baits the defender, can't finish with a right hand, and the Tigers come down with the rebound. Three-pointer, no, missed the rim. Second chance, no. Couple of players hit the deck, and Gaddy tied up in the key. They get it out to the wing. Why not try another? The Tigers firing from long distance, but can't get any of them to fall. And Lexi Bell pressured in the backfield. Backcourt, rather. This thing's turning into a big football score right now. .115 to play. And Baines underneath the hoop, finishes with a left-handed layup. You can add another player into double digits tonight. Aaron Baines now with 10. And under a minute to go as Jackson Christian nears the 60 mark. Again, their season high 69 points back in December. But sitting right now where they are, 59, the second highest point total on the season for the Lady Eagles. And along the baseline, there is Barnes, draws pressure, feeds Bell. Bell was stripped as she went to the hoop. Thought there might have been a foul there. But the ref's going to kind of swallow their whistles when they're under 30 seconds to go and let this play out. Another three-pointer incoming for the Tigers, hovered up above the rim. And Yarborough unable to save it from going out of bounds. Hannah DeWitt will check back in. Eat up the final 20 seconds. Aaron Baines, Trinity Brooks check off and are done for the night. Inbound pass deflected, flung back towards midcourt, and a backcourt violation. Evan Ward stepped over the timeline, and with 15.3 on the clock, Jackson Christian can dribble this thing out. Big time performance tonight by Jackson Christian as they end the fourth quarter with their game high lead, 23 points. Taylor Baines gives to Yarborough through the lane, gonna put one up, why not? Fighting for the team lead and scoring tonight. And Yarborough draws the foul, will go to the line for two shots with 2.6 to go in tonight's action. Ward hit with her fourth personal foul. Oh, was that number 5? Yep, that's 5. So Ward is done for the night. Well, and there's a pause because Ward is still on the floor. Ward not leaving the floor, even though she's fouled out of the game. Okay, now she takes a seat and we can carry on. Yarborough's first free throw is good. It's a little kiss off the back of the rim. And it's an even 60 for the Eagles. Yarborough goes 1 for 2. Was trying to tie Lily Barnes for the team high tonight. Yarborough finishes with 16, and the Eagles come into Ripley High and blow out the Tigers. They beat them by 24 and put up the second most points of a game this year. 60-36 the final. Lily Barnes, an impressive team high 17 points, a game high this year for the freshman. A number of other players in double digits as well. Aaron Baines with 10 of her own, Trinity Brooks with 10, and Alana Yarborough finishes with 16. Lexi Bell with 4 points tonight. Taylor Baines with 3, as just about everybody got involved in the scoring in this one. A 30-16 lead at the second half, or at the start of the second half, turns into a big 60-36 win for Jackson Christian, and they improve to 9-5 on the year. Meanwhile, the Ripley High Tigers, they fall to 3-3. The short 2-game losing skid comes to a close for the Lady Eagles, and now we have the boys' action just about getting set. The Jackson Christian boys are on the floor, still waiting to see the Ripley Tigers. Here they come out of the tunnel, and we're excited to continue action for you tonight on WNWS.com. We'll go ahead and take a 4-minute break, get the starters for you from both sides, and set the floor, set the stage as Jackson Christian and Peyton Tinsley off his big night Friday against TCA. Look for their second straight win and look to continue their climb amongst Division 2A. Make sure you stick around for our action. First tip coming up at 7:30 tonight from Ripley High School, and looking at the clock, 7:29, we're a bit behind schedule, so 10 minutes to go until tip. roughly 7:40 p.m. If you've got us tuned on at home, make sure you hang out with us. We're back in 10 minutes with the tip-off between the Eagles and the Tigers on WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics. The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558, 731-697-8558, KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
From Ripley High School, it's time for the boys to take the floor as our coverage of Jackson Christian Eagles basketball continues on WNWS.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the gym at Ripley High, about an hour west of Jackson. I'm Andrew Chapman. It's a pleasure to have you with us tonight on a Tuesday evening as the boys get underway. The girls coming off a big-time win, a 24-point win to put an end to their short three-game losing skid. As for the boys, they're hoping to extend off of a big-time win at Trinity Christian Academy this past Friday, a game where Peyton Tinsley was the leading scorer. The big man for Jackson Christian helped lead them to a 20-point win with a 21-point night and 10-rebound performance, a double-double for Peyton Tinsley tonight, and he's a part of the starting five for head coach Kyle Teichman. The other starters on the floor tonight for Jackson Christian, the usuals, the seniors Aaron Smith, Dylan Arnold, Will Sisco, and Cameron Manners, all five seniors getting the start tonight for Jackson Christian, who come in at 9-5. Again, the head coach Kyle Teichman, assistants Drew Pirtle and Antoine Long. The Ripley High Tigers, also led by head coach Lonnie Starks. And we'll give you the starting five for Ripley High, coming in at 1-4. Ripley, their last time out, a loss against Humboldt, 61-64, their lone win this year on the road against Milan and the Bulldogs. The starting five for Ripley High includes Octavius Davis, Antonio Goss Jr., Tyshawn Goss, along with Johnny Holcomb and Kamari White. So those are these five starters for Ripley High. And Lonnie Starks, if you were with us during the girls' broadcast as well, we mentioned that some of the initial poll rankings coming out across the Associated Press ranking teams across the entire state of Tennessee here at about the midway point in the year. So you can find those polls on the Tennessean.com with all of the rankings across Division I and Division II. When it comes to Division II Class A, FACS up there along with CPA, Knoxville Webb, Good Pasture, and Tipton Rosemark, the five on the top five. But Jackson Christian trying to get themselves up to that level as well. The five have been introduced for Ripley High, and we are just about ready for first tip as these Jackson Christian seniors are ready. We appreciate Kyle Teichman coming on our Fox Sports Jackson radio program earlier this morning. He said at this point in the season, those football legs are gone. It's all basketball at this season from Christmas on, and he's hoping that his Eagles team will catch stride at the right time as we are just cruising through the start of 2021, and the Eagles try to extend into double digits with their 10th win of the season. Thanks again for joining us from Ripley High School as the two sides meet at midcourt. Peyton Tinsley to jump for the Eagles, and the opening tip goes the way of the Ripley High Tigers. On the wing with Kamari White. And the Tigers swinging it around. Far side corner, guarding is Arnold. A fading jumper is off the back iron, and Peyton Tinsley pulled down 10 rebounds on Friday night against TCA with his first board of the game tonight. Aaron Smith up high, finds Arnold in the corner. And Will Sisco, top of the key, draws a double team along the block and gives out to Cameron Manners. Baseline feed to Tinsley, looking for an option. It is Sisco back to the top of the key, and some solid zone defense applied early by the Tigers. An open look for Smith, and he misfires from the three-point corner. On the other end, a jumper, high arcer, would not fall for Octavius Davis. And Will Sisco up with the rebound, leads Dylan Arnold. Three-pointer incoming, and it swirls out. Just a minute underway on a Tuesday night between the Eagles and the Tigers. Jackson Christian and Ripley High. A three-pointer on the other end won't go. That was Kamari White throwing one up from the free throw line. Jump shot, no. Offensive board fed to Antonio Goss Jr. And a heads-up play by Kamari White to quickly dish that offensive board and feed his man underneath the hoop. First 2 points of the night to the Tigers. And on the other end, Manners finishes with a right-handed layup. To the hoop, nearly uncontested. Peyton Tinsley kind of got caught off guard as number 21, Johnny Holcomb, went to the hoop. Jamarian Whitelow was an original starter, and a late addition was Holcomb. Arnold, a 15-footer. Off the front side of the rim, Peyton Tinsley, the rebound, and that man's back at it again. Finishes through contact, and will go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. Tinsley with 21 points and 10 boards on Friday night in a 20-point win against TCA. Kyle Teichman this morning called it Tinsley's shining moment of his senior season. And there's something Tinsley didn't do all Friday night, miss a free throw. Tinsley was a perfect 8 for 8 from the line, and it took a weekend and a Monday to end the streak. Up high with the Tigers, and to the elbow, a feed to Davis. Along the wing, whistle blows, and Cameron Manners will be hit with a personal foul. He shoved off Johnny Holcomb as Holcomb was working his way to the hoop. So Manners hit with his first personal foul, first team foul of the half for the Eagles. And coming off the screen, the feed goes to Davis, who drives down to the block, finishes through contact. Cameron Manners did the best he could to stand his ground, and Octavius Davis gets his first bucket. 6-4 game early. Nearly thrown away. Aiden Shaw, by the way, newly entered into the game. And a Euro step leads to a treble for Johnny Holcomb. Off the floor with the Aiden Shaw substitution, Will Sisko. So Sisko, the senior, checking out. And in comes the freshman Shaw. Cameron Manners finds Aaron Smith wide open, and a right-handed kiss off the glass for two. Long ball down the court, opened up a 2-on-1 situation, and an easy feed for Smith's first 2 points. Under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and it's up high with Davis. Over onto the wing, Holcomb traveled again. Second traveling violation in as many possessions for the Tigers, both coming from Holcomb. And Tinsley will inbound on the far sideline with 4:37 to play. And the inbound goes to Aiden Shaw, tied up near midcourt, and there's the backcourt violation. Was looking for an option as he was forced off balance by Kamari White. And tight defense applied by the Tigers gets them the ball right back, a 6-6 game early. See if the Eagles can give a little bit more offensive output in the first half compared to what we saw at TCA on Friday, where the Eagles trailed 19-18 and then erupted for over 40 points in the second half. Will Sisko back into the game. Aiden Shaw still out there on the floor. Cameron Manners has subbed off. And it's Tigers basketball on the far sideline. Davis guarded by Shaw, picks up Tinsley on top of the key. Going to pull up from the free throw line, and he buries that one. 2-pointer good for Davis. And he's accounted for half the Tigers' points early on with 4. Shaw, rather Dylan Arnold across midcourt. Tinsley tried to feed Will Cisco, and that pass gets away. Draws off Aiden Shaw, and Octavius Davis kind of baited Shaw to step forward in the lane, kept it himself, and went to the hoop. Octavius Davis, a problem early for Jackson Christian, a team-high 6. Long pass up the court from Tinsley, nearly knocked away. Cisco battling for it. No backcourt violation. He got it to Tinsley. And Aaron Smith feeds Shaw, knocked down from behind in a shove that will go against the Tigers and give the Eagles an inbound underneath the hoop. 25, Kamari White hit with his first personal foul. And the second team foul for the Tigers in the half. White checking off. And in comes Jamarian Whitelow. Will Cisco underneath the hoop on the second effort. Doesn't go. Had bodies surrounding him. Just had to throw it up there. Had no other option. Davis gives to Holcomb. And the pass underneath for Whitelow was dropped. 4-point game with 3:04 to play in the opening quarter of action. If you're just joining us, Octavius Davis, the team high scorer for the Tigers early on with 6. Aaron Smith, Peyton Tinsley, and Cameron Manners all with buckets tonight for Jackson Christian. And a couple of substitutes coming out of the turnover. Back on the floor comes Cameron Manners. Off goes Peyton Tinsley and Aiden Shaw. And we'll get our first look at the senior Danier Brooks tonight, who hit a couple of three-pointers at Trinity on Friday on back-to-back possessions. We'll see if Brooks can get hot out of the gate again. Brooks guarding Davis. At the elbow, a kick out to the corner, three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Three-pointer knocked down by the Tigers. First one from beyond the arc tonight from either side. And Dylan Arnold brings it across the timeline. Double teamed up high, looking for options. Manners gives to Brooks. Baseline feeds Smith. Draws contact. Second chance, no. And Cisco up with the rebound. He's a disruptor down low, and he keeps the possession alive. Manners to Smith. The three is good. And Kyle Teichman out of the three-pointer calls a timeout and wants to talk it over with his offense. Smith leads the way in scoring early for Jackson Christian with 5. 30-second timeout on the floor. We take a 30-second pause on WNWS.com.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
So Kyle Teichman talks it over with his team, and Ripley high with the ball out of the timeout. And under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter, a whistle before the shot as Davis elevated towards the hoop. And a blocking foul will go against Danier Brooks. His first personal tonight for the Eagles. And with 1:55 to go, an inbound in front of the Jackson Christian bench. And nearly a backcourt as Davis had to save it. Davis guarded against Brooks. And trying to create some space. Brooks able to fend off Davis. A fadeaway jumper is good. Hand in his face, he spun, faded, and hit. Octavius Davis with a team-high 8. And Jackson Christian just trying to keep pace here early in the first. Brooks, long distance, no good off the front of the rim. And the rebound pulled down by Whitelow. Through the lane, a layup, high off the glass, no good, hung on the front of the rim. The rebound pulled down by Cisco. Arnold in transition, a pull-up, no good. It was halfway down, and Dylan Arnold still scoreless tonight. the senior point guard that Kyle Teichman says the offense truly funnels through. He says when Dylan Arnold is going, we're going. And Davis continues to move through Jackson defenders, and he feeds his man down low for 2. 8-point game with under a minute to go. And Will Cisco looking for Arnold, had the pass deflected, stolen away by Whitelow. And now the Tigers pushing forward in numbers. Davis got hit on the shoulder, and all Jackson Christian can do right now is try and slow down Davis. Aaron Smith picks up the foul, his first, and the third team foul of the half. Back on the floor, Peyton Tinsley. Off goes Aaron Smith, and checking in Ramarian Durham for the Tigers. Also out there for the first time, John Travius Phillip. And a three-pointer from the far corner, air ball, the rebound grabbed by Whitlow. And the clock ticks towards 20 seconds in the first. That's Durham up high near the timeline. With the left hand, dribbles, feeds, and the layup too strong. The second chance putback is good. And Carvante Shaw scoring that bucket. Dylan Arnold underneath right as time expires. At least gives Jackson Christian a touch of momentum moving into the quarter break. Jackson Christian trying to hang in there best they can, but some big scoring early from Octavius Davis leading the Tigers offense into the second quarter. We're back in a minute on WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Second quarter underway, and just 10 seconds into it, Peyton Tinsley able to follow up the Dylan Arnold layup as time expired in the first quarter. Tinsley now with 4. And Jackson Christian trail by 6. Octavius Davis leading the way in scoring early on for Ripley High. And a foul underneath. Andrew Chapman back with you from the gym here at Ripley High, just about an hour west of Jackson. Carvante Shaw to shoot a pair. 4 team fouls in the half for the Eagles. And the first one for Shaw, well too strong. Shaw gets that one to hang and fall. So Shaw with 3. And Dylan Arnold quickly on the other end, flings one up with the left hand, and it doesn't fall for him. 7:20 to play in the half, and Ripley right back with it on the other end. They give to Octavius Davis, their shifty point guard, up high. Danier Brooks trying to apply that pressure up high and prevent Davis from getting into the lane. He goes to the free throw line, coming off of a screen. Peyton Tinsley battles with the man underneath, and there was a foul call. Johnny Holcomb went to the hoop. And Peyton Tinsley whistled for the foul. That'll send Holcomb to the line for 2 shots. And the first one good for Johnny. Two subs coming on for the Eagles. Aaron Smith, Aiden Shaw check in. Off the floor goes Peyton Tinsley and Danier Brooks. Nine-point game, make it 10. Excuse me, 8-point game, make it 9. So Holcomb gets both from the free throw line, and Ripley going to apply some pressure right near midcourt. Arnold, a feed to Cisco, triple teamed underneath, and a shove in the back that will send Cisco to the line. Will Cisco, a sturdy presence underneath. Not too many guys that can actually get a shot up with three bodies around him. But Will Cisco is that guy, and I guess they're going to call it a shove in the back prior to the shot. So Cisco will not shoot two, instead a baseline feed for Dylan Arnold. And that pass intended for Cisco ends up finding Aiden Shaw at the top of the key. The freshman with it up high, looking for an option, and the help man is Cisco. To Arnold, fakes a shot, clogged in the lane, has to pop back up high, and Jackson Christian really not finding a lot down low early. Shaw guarded closely, pressured by Elder Jr. Smith feeds Manners, left-handed floater, no good. And Davis saves it from going out of bounds. A nifty play by the Ripley point guard, and on he goes to the hoop. Works past Manners, doesn't get the layup, but the second chance effort turns into a three, and it rattles in and out. Aaron Smith able to come down with it, and Dylan Arnold nearly lost the ball. Finds Shaw to the free throw line. Spin around was contested. Manners up high to Cisco. Shaw gonna bomb one from the left wing. No good, off the front of the rim. And Ripley will watch it trickle out of bounds with 5:39 to play in the half. On the floor for the first time tonight, Birch Weems checks in. And back out there for Ripley, Carvante Shaw. Also checking in, Kamari White back on the floor. And Davis gives to Tyshawn Gauze. On the baseline, a reverse layup, no good. Second chance flung up there off the backside of the iron. Jamarian Whitelow couldn't get it to fall. Aiden Shaw gives to Cisco. And Weems pinned down in the corner. Back up high to Dylan Arnold. 9-point game. Jackson Christian is trailed by as many as 10. Arnold, double team down low, evades the defender, goes underneath the man that was pressing, and finishes with a left-handed layup. Dylan Arnold with 4 points on the night. Aaron Smith still leading the way for Jackson Christian with 5 of the 15. Aiden Shaw guarding along the perimeter, and timeout called by Lonnie Starks. So Ripley unable to find anything on that possession. They'll reset the offense, a 7-point lead with 4:36 to play in the half. We're back in 30 seconds on WNWS.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
So Kyle Teichman and Lonnie Starks talking it over with their clubs as the timeout gets ready to expire midway through the second quarter of action. And Jackson Christian trailing 22-15, trying to carry some of their Friday momentum and win against TCA into tonight. But the story out of the gate has been Octavius Davis, the point guard for the Tigers, the shifty dribbler, who's been able to create looks for himself and also his teammates, leads the way with 8 points tonight. And he brings it across the timeline and gives over to his guys on the right side of the perimeter. White, errant pass. Davis tried to save it, couldn't that time. And it goes out of bounds, back with Jackson Christian, a 22-15 game. Jackson Christian really just one bucket away from being right in this thing, and they hit 8 3-pointers on Friday night against TCA, which was one of their bright spots offensively. Double teamed under the hoop. Will Cisco draws contact, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots. Four team fouls now in the half for Ripley, and the first of 2 for Cisco is good. Will Cisco in the score column for the first time. Off the floor goes Carvante Shaw, and in comes Johnny Holcomb for the Tigers. Cisco 2 for 2. And a substitution. Back out on the floor, the senior Danier Brooks. Off goes Aiden Shaw. Feels like one of those games where Jackson Christian is really going to have to take advantage of the free throw line. They have not had a lot of open looks from beyond the arc, and they have not had a lot of clean plays underneath the hoop. Draw your contact, go to the line, take advantage of the free opportunities when you can. Might be the strategy tonight for the Eagles. And the Tigers stepped out of bounds. Johnny Holcomb was right there in front of the Jackson Christian bench. Nobody saw it better than Kyle Teichman. 3:45 to play in the half. And the lead has been cut to 5. Jackson Christian trailed by as many as 10. Dylan Arnold stripped. Davis feeds the lead man to the hoop. And Birch Weems slapped the shooter on the back. And Kamari White earns himself a trip to the stripe. Smart play by Weems just to obstruct the path of the hoop. And the first shot banks in. White goes 1 for 2, and it's back up to a 6-point game. Smith leads Arnold. Arnold leads Weems, and Weems nearly got it to drop, but on the other end, Jackson Christian will shoot a pair. And again, go right back to it. Crucial free throws tonight. You just feel like these opportunities, even if they don't seem huge right now, could be all the more important down the stretch of what should be a close game. It's back to a 5-point game with Birch Weems hitting his first of 2. And he goes 1 for 2, but Aaron Smith gives the Eagles a second chance with the offensive rebound. And it's with Danier Brooks. Weems calling for it. Swings over into the far corner. Cisco with it. He gives to Smith. Smith to the free throw line. Kick out to Brooks. Creates some space. Top of the key. Puts up a 17-footer, and it rolls off the rim. Under 3 minutes to go in the half, and it's back with Davis. In the corner. Goss thought about it. Now he feeds towards the baseline. Will Cisco in the area, and he hit Antonio Goss Jr. on his way to the hoop. Second personal for Will Cisco. 7th team foul of the half for the Eagles, which will put them into the penalty. And the first shot, too strong. Empty trip to the line, but the Tigers up with it on a second shot. They don't get it. Davis going to try it a third time, no good, and Smith comes down with the rebound. So a pair of missed free throws and a pair of missed field goals. And the Tigers get nothing on that trip on their side of the court. Will Cisco to Arnold. Arnold has not had a lot of space to work at all today as mustered just 4 points altogether. Smith underneath, quickly double-teamed, lost the dribble. He regathers and finishes with a layup. Aaron Smith extending his team high tonight for the Eagles with 7. And just like that, it's down to a one-possession lead for Ripley High. Davis gives over into the corner. And the Tigers swing it around to the other side. It's Goss Jr. guarded closely by Cisco, trying to create space with a crossover. And the feed goes into the backcourt. Danier Brooks racing to grab it. And instead over the back. So Danier Brooks subs off, as does White for the Tigers. And Aiden Shaw back out there on the floor. Cameron Manners, the big man, down low. Davis guards Shaw. Shaw coming off a screen. Draws 2 men up high. Smith going to put one up with the right hand. Doesn't fall. Was kind of leaning back with 2 tall defenders in his face. Shot probability not high on that shot. And with 1:20 to go, still 3-point game, 23-20. Ripley looking for win number 2 on the year. Played just 5 games all season, coming in at 1-4. Jackson Christian looking for their 10th win on the season. And a whistle along the baseline, a blocking foul that will go against Birch Weems, I believe. Weems, the man on the floor. It is against Weems, his second personal, and the 8th team foul of the half. So this will send Ripley to the line for a 1-1. And before the shot, Cisco will take Weems off the floor. Shooting the 1-1, Johnny Holcomb. And his first shot is good. Still leading the way in scoring, Octavius Davis. And Ripley has played really tight defense tonight, but still just 5 fouls to show for it. So tight but smart defense applied by the Tigers as Holcomb gets them both. And Dylan Arnold, with men in his face, gets it across the court to Cameron Manners, and as the clock ticks under a minute, the Jackson Christian offense will set up. Pass down low, trying to feed Cisco, is held on to by Will, and as he went to the bucket, had 3 men in his face, created a little space. Was unable to finish at the hoop. 35 seconds to go in the half, and Octavius Davis content to let some time tick down. Eagles setting into their zone with 25 to go. And Davis barking out a few orders, but going to likely hold the ball for the final shot of the half. He again leads the way with 8 for the Tigers. Dylan Arnold hanging up high, able to pick it off. And on the other end, he draws contact, finishes for 2, and will go to the line for an and 1 chance. Patience rewarded for Dylan Arnold, who hung out near the top of the key until he saw a pass he had a chance to pick off. And he turned on the afterburners and finished on the other end of the court. Dylan Arnold now with 6. Second on the team in scoring tonight. Cooper Cantrell has checked into the game. Dylan Arnold rattled a free throw, no good. And with just 1 second left, the half-court heave is well short. And that'll take us into the halftime break. Jackson Christian, who trailed by as many as 10 points early in the second quarter, find themselves down just 3, thanks to Dylan Arnold, a steal in the final couple of seconds and a bucket to make this a 25-22 game. Fun one in store down the second half. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute pause and be back with the Eagles halftime report and give you some of the first half scoring totals from both sides as we get set for the final 16 minutes on a Tuesday night from Ripley High. You're watching Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on WNWS.com.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics. The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Welcome back inside the gym, everyone, at Ripley High School. Andrew Chapman, glad to be with you for the Eagles halftime report on WNWS.com. A reminder that you can also catch USJ action tonight on local radio, 101.5. Dan Reeves with the call. The Bruins taking on a Sacred Heart out there in Jackson, so you can switch back and forth between the two broadcasts if you wish. We'd, of course, like to thank our great sponsors who make it possible to bring you Jackson Christian Eagles basketball this season. Tonight's broadcast and all broadcasts are brought to you by House of Hair, King Jewelers, Toyo's Clinic, Lonnie Cobb Old Country Auto, McDonald's, Mitchell's Body Shop, Complete Lawn Care and Landscaping Service, Jackson State Community College, Mac Pest Control, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail, Sarah of Jackson, Lifeline Voice and Data, Kaufman's Furniture, Appliances, Bedding Indoor, and Roberts Jewelers, family owned since 1946. A special thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you tonight's broadcast. Through the first half of action, Jackson Christian being led by Aaron Smith with his team-high 7 points. Dylan Arnold also getting involved with a bucket as time expired near the end of the first quarter. And also a bucket late in the second quarter to contribute to his 6 points tonight. And Peyton Tinsley, a little slow out of the gate with 4 points coming off his 21-point performance, that is, on Friday night against TCA. 25-22 the score, and on the other side of things, the Tigers have been led by their shifty point guard Octavius Davis. He's been tremendous at creating space not only along the perimeter in the lane, but also putting up his own shots, and he leads the way in scoring tonight for the Tigers with 8. Johnny Holcomb, the second high scorer for the Tigers, with 5. Carvante Shaw has contributed 3 of his own. Other scores tonight for Jackson Christian: Cameron Manners with 2 points, Will Cisco with a pair, and Birch Weems with 1. 1 for 2 from the line tonight for the senior Birch Weems. Jackson Christian looking for their 10th win on the season. Meanwhile, Ripley, the Tigers, looking for win number 2. They've played significantly fewer games this year, just 5 compared to Jackson Christian 14, and are looking for W number 2 on the season under head coach Lonnie Starks. We have just about 4 minutes to go in halftime. We'll go ahead and take another 3-minute pause here on the broadcast, and when we return, we'll get you set for the second half with the starting 5 for both sides, and also run you down the AP rankings that just recently got put out in the Tennessean, ranking the top boys programs in the state. All that coming up as we get ready for the second half on WNWS.com.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson, or online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
We're just about a minute away from the second half from Ripley High School. Welcome back in, everyone, to our broadcast on WNWS.com. I'm Andrew Chapman. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. The Eagles find themselves down 3 points early. Could have been a lot worse, though. We're down by as many as 10 towards the back end of the first quarter. 25-22 the score. Leading the way for the Eagles, Aaron Smith with 7 on the other side for the Tigers. The offense has been run through point guard Octavius Davis. He has a team high 8 points. Mention those AP poll rankings that just recently were published in the Tennessean. If you want to go check those out, just Google in the TSSAA Boys Basketball Associated Press rankings. You can find them available on Tennessean.com. And focusing in on Division II Class A, CPA ranked the #1 team in the state. First Assembly Christian at number 2, followed by Knoxville Webb, Good Pasture at 4, and Tipton Rosemark at number 5. Today's game actually in Ripley, not originally on the schedule. Tipton Rosemark was the scheduled opponent today, but that game has been pushed back to January 25th on a Monday night at home at Jackson Christian. So Kyle Teichman, the head coach, said he just got some video footage of Ripley earlier this morning, was able to quickly scout the Tigers, and here we are on a Tuesday night underway in the second half. A foul underneath. This is going to go against the Eagles. We'll see who it's on here. Cameron Manners picks up the personal foul, his second. The original starting 5 on the floor to begin the second half. Manners along with Aaron Smith, Dylan Arnold, Peyton Tinsley, and Will Cisco round out the starting 5 for Kyle Teichman. Johnny Holcomb knocking down his first shot. He now has 6. And his second one is up and no good. Tinsley down with the rebound. Octavius Davis also out there on the floor for the Tigers. Tyshun Gauze, Johnny Holcomb, and number 25, Kamari White. Jamarian Whitelow, the 5th and final starter, rounding it out for the Tigers. There was a foul on the floor prior to the shot. So an inbound in front of their own bench. Dylan Arnold gives to Tinsley, and over onto the wing, Aaron Smith. A feed to Tinsley, and he finishes off the glass for 2. Peyton Tinsley usually good for one of those a game where he just gets behind all of the defenders, and they lose track of him. Instinctual movement by Tinsley. And Jackson Christian with a chance to tie or take the lead, but a travel call against Will Cisco will give the ball back to the Tigers. Big key in this second half, of course, continuing to capitalize on any free throw opportunities you get in this one, which have been few or far between, but so is the window of a lead tonight. So Jackson Christian going to have to knock down those free throws the rest of the way and contain number 0, Octavius Davis, the playmaker and leading scorer so far tonight for the Tigers. And it's with Davis on the wing. Gets past Smith, feeds outside. Three-pointer on the way. And a misfire by Ripley High. And a foul underneath. Dylan Arnold gets hit with this foul. He shoved off Johnny Holcomb to create some space and pull down the rebound. So Arnold hit with the foul. His first personal and second team foul for Jackson Christian early here in the second half. Shot on the way, no good. Second chance and a foul. Jamarian Whitelow will go to the line. Peyton Tinsley with the foul. And Whitelow can't hit with 6:34 to play. Second one is good. 1 for 2 for Whitlow at the stripe. Cisco pressured, gets it back to Tinsley. Dylan Arnold. Jackson Christian going to need to get it across half court. They do. Smith feeds Cisco. Tries to create some space in the lane. Off balance, and he gets one off the backboard to go. Will Cisco makes it a 1-point game, and he has 4 on the night for the Eagles. Up high, White. And over to Davis. And Davis will reset the offense. Give over to the right wing. Back up high with White. Now Davis on the left wing. Cisco guarding in the corner, and a whistle, a shove. I think this is going to go against Will Cisco. It does. Boy, not a lot of contact down there. Cisco just trying to kind of guide his man towards the baseline, but the 4th personal foul already out of the gate for the Eagles, or the 4th team foul in the second half, I should say. And an early danger of putting the Tigers into the penalty early in the second half. Smith shadowing Davis. And the Tigers swinging around the arc. Now it's Tinsley against the Tigers point guard. Manners hits the floor, and they call a charge. The two big men, Tinsley and Manners, came shoulder to shoulder and set a human wall right down there on the block. And we're able to draw the foul. Give it back to Jackson Christian, who now have a chance to take a lead. Would be their first since very early on in the first quarter. Arnold creates some space, pulls up and got it. Dylan Arnold with 8 now leads the way in scoring for Jackson Christian after a slow start in the opening quarter. Under 5 minutes to play in the third, and Will Cisco slaps it out of bounds. And Kyle Teichman going to the bench for the first time in the quarter. Peyton Tinsley looking a little gassed, steps off the floor, earns a well-deserved breather. Aiden Shaw out there, and a three-pointer nearly airballed. Davis, the rebound underneath the hoop, and the third chance waved off before it got there. And I believe there was an over the back or a turnover of some sort underneath. I don't think there was a foul called, but with 4:44 to play in the third, Eagles now out in front after the Dylan Arnold bucket, and now Smith going to try and extend. His three doesn't fall. And with 4:30 to go, the Tigers can't convert on the other end. Davis, another rebound, puts it up. Manners in the area, and they'll hit Cameron Manners with another personal foul. That's going to go down as his third. And Manners in a little bit of foul trouble, going to force Peyton Tinsley right back out there on the floor. And the first one for Davis is good. Two for two. As the second shot is true for Davis. He's now into double digits with 10 and a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout with 4:26 to play in the third quarter. It's back and forth. Stick right here on WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Jackson Christian basketball out of the 30-second timeout. 4:26 to play in the third. The inbound pass deflected. Will Cisco, the inbounder, comes up with it. And Aaron Smith comes shoulder to shoulder with a Ripley defender. That's Johnny Holcomb near the side of the key. And I think they're going to hit Holcomb with this foul. They do. First personal for Holcomb. And the fourth team foul of the half. A lot more physical basketball for both sides in the second half. Will Cisco going to have a look, and he rattles in a three. 2-point lead for Jackson Christian as Will Cisco starting to heat up. He has 7. And the Tigers feed it along the baseline. Cisco was there, and they just hit him with a foul. Another foul against Will Cisco. Looked like he just deflected the pass, but the officials down there will say that he got a piece of Holcomb's arm. And Will Cisco in a little bit of foul trouble now. He has 3 personals. Birch Weems going to step in for the first time this half. And on the wing, back up high, Davis feeding it outside. That's a long two that'll tie the game. But the shot made by Taishun Gauze, his first 2 points. Knotted at 31, and Dylan Arnold only has the option of throwing it off Octavius Davis in his lower leg to get it out of bounds. Kyle Teichman wants to talk it over with his group. His offense resetting with 3:21 to go in the third. Knotted 31-31, a tight game in Ripley on WNWS.com.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Out of the timeout, Kyle Teichman resets the Jackson Christian offense, and Birch Weems inbounds to Dylan Arnold. Arnold quickly double-teamed up high, and he gets it over to Weems. Aiden Shaw in the game along with Tinsley and Aaron Smith rounding out the Eagles' 5. Cross-court feed goes to Smith. Moving with the left hand, feeds Tinsley underneath, and he draws the foul. Johnny Holcomb going to pick up his second. And Tinsley, who's 1 for 2 tonight from the free throw line, but a perfect 8 for 8 on Friday, with a couple of big free throws here with 3:03 to play in the third quarter. And the first one from Tinsley, good. He now has 7 points. And the second shot is true. So Tinsley now 3 for 4 from the charity line. And the clock ticks under 3 minutes in the third. Up high, Gauze. Over to Whitelaw. And in the corner, guarding is Smith. And a travel. That's Antonio Gauze Jr., who started to move to his right, cut left towards the baseline, and took too many steps. Dylan Arnold pressing it up the court. Gonna have to get across midcourt. He does. Tinsley feeds Weems through contact, and Weems was hit on the arm by Kamari White. More big free throws coming up for Jackson Christian, everyone counting as they try and add them up and extend the 2-point lead. Birch Weems good on his first. Second free throw short, loose ball. Tinsley comes up with it, and he banks it off the glass. Missed free throw turns into a 3-point possession as Peyton Tinsley starting to feel it. He now has 10, leads all Jackson Christian scorers. And a corner 3 off the back iron, kicks out high to Holcomb. And a blocking foul underneath as Holcomb tried to work his way to the bucket. Peyton Tinsley was the guy hit with the foul. His third. And on the floor, Cameron Manners and Danier Brooks back out there as well. 7 team fouls for Jackson Christian with 2:12 to play in the quarter. And the first shot good from Holcomb. So Holcomb goes 1 for 2, and it's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. A foul along the sideline. It's going to go against Goss. his first personal. That puts the Tigers into the penalty. The 1-1, first shot no good by Shaw. So on the other end, the Tigers quickly trying to push it. Birch Weems comes up with a steal as Davis lost it, and he fires it into his own bench. Was trying to lead Aaron Smith to the baseline. But Weems and his feed just behind the senior Smith. And it stays at a 4-point game as the clock goes under 2 minutes in the third quarter. A 25-22 lead at half for Ripley High. So the Eagles outscoring the Tigers out of the gate. They outscored them by 7. And some nice adjustments made for Jackson Christian in really slowing down the tempo, and more so than anything, slowing down Octavius Davis, who dribbles to the top of the key, works against Weems, kicks it out to the wing, and Holcomb fires a 3. It's short, and Aiden Shaw up with a rebound. The freshman Shaw gives over to the senior Brooks. Jackson Christian in some foul trouble with Dylan Arnold and Cameron Manners nearing that 5-foul threshold. And the Tigers get one in their side. Back to a 2-point game. Kamari White with the bucket. He's got 3 points tonight. And Aaron Smith, the facilitator, leads Manners. Manners got fouled, threw it up with the left hand, but will go to the line for 2 shots. And they hit Kamari White with his third personal. .7 to play in the third quarter. And a couple of Eagles players over there by the scorer's table. Dylan Arnold alongside Will Sisko, waiting for their chance to check in, and here they come. Aiden Shaw will step off the floor along with Aaron Smith. Manners trying to split him, go 1 for 2, and he does. Manners just with 3 points tonight. And Octavius Davis going to let that clock tick down. Now tried to do the same thing in the final seconds of the second quarter, and an errant pass was stolen away by Dylan Arnold and taken all the way up the floor for a bucket as time expired. See what Davis does this time around as he gives it up high, and with about 10 seconds to go, the Tigers looking for an angle. It's Davis over to the wing, swinging it around to the other side. Holcomb, nothing against Sisko, pulls up behind the free throw line, no good as time expires, and the Eagles will take a 3-point lead into the quarter. They outscore the Tigers by 6 in the third. They make some adjustments and hold Davis to just 2 points in the quarter. We'll take a minute pause on WNWS.com. Eagles looking for win number 10 on the season when we return in just a moment.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
Final 8 minutes, and Jackson Christian coming out of a third quarter where they outscored the Tigers 15-9. They lead by 3, but turn over the opening possession. Davis on the other end, Trying to work through Cisco, no good, and Cisco up with the rebound. Jackson Christian can try and push the tempo. There's Cisco with a spin, a pass behind the back, and the three off the mark. Boy, was that pretty by Cisco to create that shot. And the layup on the other end off the bottom of the rim. Danier, Brooks, Manners, Arnold, Smith, and Cisco, the five on the floor. Smith knocks down a three, and it's a 6-point lead, the largest of the night for the Eagles. They've outscored the Tigers 18-9 in the half alone. And Davis finds his man on the wing. Cameron Manners collides, and an offensive foul. Boy, Manners has been taking a beating down low, as he often does, but he's able to put his body on the line and get the ball back into his offense's hands. After that three-pointer, Smith now with 10 points, tied with Peyton Tinsley for the team lead, and a timeout by Will Cisco underneath the bucket, as he didn't have any help trying to inbound. 30-second pause on the floor with an even 7 minutes to play and a 6-point lead for the Eagles. Let's take a 30-second pause. Back in a moment on WNWS.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Jackson Christian out to their biggest lead of the night after an Aaron Smith three-pointer. They've, so far, in a minute of play in the fourth quarter, held the Tigers off the board and outscored them 18-9 in just the second half alone. After tonight's action, a reminder that Jackson Christian is back at home after their long 4-game road trip, and you can catch the Eagles for the first time at home in 2021 as they take on FACS this Friday. Well, the Jackson Christian quarterback turned basketball player bombs one down the field. He found Arnold. Arnold got rejected, and Will Cisco, trying to save it, throws it out of bounds in front of his own bench. So 6 seconds tick off the clock there, 6:54, and Octavius Davis brings it up the floor, and a timeout called by head coach Lonnie Starks. We'll go ahead and keep it here on the floor with you with 6:49 to play. And a 6-point game for Jackson Christian. This game has been close throughout, but at the halftime break, the Ripley Tigers were able to carry a 3-point advantage into halftime at 25-22. Jackson Christian trailed by as many as 10 tonight, so all told, since about the early stages of the second quarter, it has been a 16-point swing in favor of the Eagles. Now for Ripley High, they are back in action Thursday this week at Halls High School, and also have a game next Tuesday against Covington. Gave you the Jackson Christian upcoming schedule. Originally scheduled to play Tipton Rosemark today. That game has been pushed to Monday, January 25th. And we'll have coverage of that game for you as well on a Monday at Jackson Christian later in the month. But here tonight, it's all about this one, a substitution error or malfunction, if you will. A break in procedures. Number 1, Antonio Goss Jr. now on the floor, along with Davis. And Whitelow for the Tigers. It's with Davis, guarded by Arnold. A step back, a jumper, 15-footer, rolls off the rim. And the rebound grabbed by the Tigers. Second possession leads to Holcomb, and a fadeaway jumper. His shot no good. Third try hangs on the rim and falls. back to a 4-point game. And Aaron Smith finding Cisco. Peyton Tinsley still in some foul trouble, has 4 personal fouls. And we'll see when Kyle Teichman opts to go back to Tinsley. Stolen away by the Tigers and a chance to cut this to 1 possession. Davis, the 3, it won't go. And Aaron Smith gets the rebound. Early on, it was Ripley trying to control the tempo and tick down the clock. Now the roles have switched, and Jackson Christian going to try and do so. Dylan Arnold traveled inside the key as the Euro stepped his way through the lane and tried to kick it back out high. 5:40 to go. And the Eagles with a chance to grab their 10th win on the year. And 2nd straight after a win at TCA on Friday. Three-pointer, too strong. And the man hit the deck. Will Cisco battling for the rebound. Whitelow was the man that hit the floor. Cisco is hit with that personal foul. He now has 4. And here comes Birch Weems getting ready to check in. First shot, no good. It's a 1-and-1, so anybody's ball. That got tipped up, nearly went into the hoop. I don't know who was the last one to touch that. It might have been an Eagles defender. And Will Cisco hit with another foul on that play. He's out of the game. That is 5 for Will Cisco. He is fouled out for the Eagles. And his substitute, unfortunately, Birch Weems was waiting right there for him. With 4 fouls, a fluke play, and a shot deflected off the rim. Put Cisco in a spot where he committed the foul, his 5th. He is done. And the shot is good from Antonio Goss Jr. So Birch Weems with some crucial minutes down the stretch now in the final 5. Still waiting to see when Peyton Tinsley might step back out on the floor. Goss goes a perfect 2 for 2. And it's back to a 2-point game. Weems looking for an option. Dylan Arnold helps along the baseline. And Weems tripped a shove. And Goss picks up the foul. That is the 10th personal foul for the Tigers. And it puts Jackson Christian into the double bonus. So Weems with a couple of big free throws upcoming here. And his first one is perfect. Weems now 3 for 4 from the line. Perfect. Nothing but net on both free throws for Weems. Charity striped specialist tonight. And with under 5 minutes to go, the lead back up by 4. Jackson Christian's led by as many as 6. Cross-court pass. A double team along the block. Nothing for Holcomb. He kicks it back out high. Fading jumper. A misfire, a rebound, and a foul underneath before the shot. And I think they're going to hit Birch Weems with this one. They do. 10 fouls now for the Eagles as things have been clogged up down low in the second half. And both these teams in the double bonus. Octavius Davis, who's been mostly quiet in the second half with just 3 points now, gets the shot to go. And goes a perfect 2 for 2. Timeout on the floor. It is called by Lonnie Starks as he wants to talk things over on the defensive side of things. 4:40 to play and a 2-point game down the stretch. 30-second commercial break and back in a moment on WNWS.com.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
(42-40). Andrew Chapman welcoming you back inside the gymnasium at Ripley High School. A last-minute game scheduled by the Eagles, and it's been a fun game. Tightly contested between both sides. Leads exchanged throughout. And right now it's a 2-point lead for the Eagles. And they have possession with Aiden Shaw, and he got grabbed trying to split a couple of defenders up high. See who this one is on. 13, number 13, Tyshawn Goss gets hit with his second personal foul, the 11th of the half. At this point, they'll stop ticking them on the scoreboard in the double bonus for both sides, and the first shot for Aiden Shaw off the front of the rim. Aiden Shaw still looking for his first bucket tonight, first points at that. And there it is. He goes 1 for 2. 4:30 in regulation and a 3-point game. Bounce pass and a turnaround layup good. Finished off by Jamarian Whitelow. His first field goal. And Shaw pressured. Bounces back to Weems. Dylan Arnold able to get it cross court. The Eagles point guard is double teamed. High feed off the hand of Shaw. Smith in the perfect spot to back it up. And back up high with Dylan Arnold, under 4 minutes to go. 3:50 and counting. Peyton Tinsley back out on the floor, by the way. The pass was low off the leg of Weems. On the other end, Dylan Arnold slapped Whitelow on the wrist. And that's all he could do, try and slow him down and prevent the easy bucket. Dylan Arnold picks up his second personal foul. So Arnold not in trouble. Do note, though, that Peyton Tinsley has 4 personal fouls and has to be careful down the stretch. Cameron Maynard's up off the bench, and he'll sub in after the first missed free throw. Big miss right there that would have tied the game. So Weems off. Manners on. And Whitlow to shoot his second from the line. Good. Tie game at 43. Shaw stuck in the backcourt. Tinsley gets it forward. Manners nearly lost it. It ricocheted off of his face, and Shaw was there to pick it up. In the key, bouncing out to the short corner. And Manners to Shaw. Aaron Smith feeds Tinsley, fakes a shot, creates space, got rejected but fouled. Went shoulder to shoulder with Whitlow in the air. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. Tinsley makes his first. The remaining 4 Eagles players set in the zone in the backcourt and allowing Ripley to go ahead and take that rebound and push it across midcourt. 44-43. Leads exchanged now in the second half. Jackson Christian led by as many as 6 in the third quarter, and Ripley has cut into the deficit. All but erased it with 2:50 to go, and a floater is good. The Tigers are back on top. Aiden Shaw running the point, tied up briefly with Arnold. Arnold lost the ball, and it's a backcourt violation. There was just a little bit of congestion there on the logo. Shaw didn't give it to Arnold right when he wanted it, and the delay in the transfer led to the bobble of the basketball and the crucial turnover by Jackson Christian with under 2:30 to play. Need a stop here as Davis drives along the baseline and was hip-checked by Cameron Manners. Manners going to be hit with the foul. Number 4 against Manners. And 2 shots upcoming for Davis. First one, no good. Big miss by Davis, who had 8 points in the first half and was the big facilitator on offense for Ripley. Has just 4 points in the second half and misses both free throws. And on the other end, Smith all the way to the bucket. Works through contact, doesn't go. Nobody touched that basketball. It was just the adjustment that made the shot difficult. And Tinsley down low on the other side gets a stop. And even 2 minutes to go, and Dylan Arnold going to try and control the pace with his Eagles trailing by 1. Tinsley fires one up, no good. Another tough shot with 2 guys in his face, had to make an adjustment, and it was off the back of the rim. And Octavius Davis right into the middle of that big growling tiger, letting time tick off the clock. One-point game, and the freshman Shaw guarding the senior Davis. Working his way through the key, back outside, and Ripley going to reset with the clock ticking to 1:15. Shaw up high, a screen set. Davis off the right side of the screen, rejected by Tinsley. Manners hit the floor, and they're signaling for 2 shots, and I think Manners is going to be out of the game. No, they hit Aaron Smith with the foul. So Manners will get to stick around in this game. Really, you catch a break in this case, and right now Octavius Davis having some major issues from the free throw line. He's missed his 3rd straight across his last 2 trips to the stripe. And with a little bit of a wet spot underneath the hoop, take a moment to dry it off, and for Octavius Davis, he'll just walk towards midcourt, reset a minute, take a breather, and focus on hitting a crucial free throw with his team up 1. And after the officiating crew thinks they mopped it up, Lonnie Starks wants to give it a little bit of an extra dry and just give his guy Davis an extra chance to focus in at the free throw line. Lonnie Starks just did what an umpire will sometimes do when a hitter is having a tough time at the plate. Take a little extra time to dust it off. And for Octavius Davis, the extra time didn't help. 0 for his last 4 from the stripe, and he's kept the Eagles in it. Down by 1, 45-44, and the ball knocked away. Smith diving to the court, and it's Ripley basketball with 56 seconds on the clock. Peyton Tinsley and Cameron Manners off the floor. Birch Weems and Danier Brooks subbing on with 50 seconds to go at Ripley High. Pressure applied by Weems and Brooks. They were looking for the jump ball, but before the jump ball, a timeout called. Lonnie Starks had 1 to use. He uses it wisely and keeps the ball in the Tigers' possession. 45.9 to play. 30-second timeout on the floor. We're back in a moment on WNWS.com.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
Both coaches viciously scribbling across their whiteboards and setting the defense for Jackson Christian, setting the offense for Ripley. It's a 1-point game, 45-44. Tiger basketball, the 5 on the floor for Jackson Christian. Arnold, Weems, Brooks, Shaw, and Smith. Meanwhile, Davis out there for the Tigers along with Goss Jr., Tyshawn Goss, along with Jamarian Whitlow and Johnny Holcomb. The inbound goes into the backcourt with Octavius Davis. 40 seconds to go. And close pressure D applied by Brooks. Manners and Tinsley off the floor just for this defensive possession. Teichman will likely call a timeout. If the Eagles can get the ball back, there's a shove by Weems to stop the clock. Weems with his 4th personal foul. And that will send the Tigers to the line for 2. And both sides in the double bonus to this point. With 29.4 to go, they put it into the hands of Whitlow. And he makes his first. What did we say in the first half? This was a game that could very well come down to who makes the most free throws. And it's turned into one of those charity games in the final 30 seconds. As Whitelow's second shot rolls off the rim, Smith down with the rebound. Manners and Tinsley both back into the game coming out of the Birch Weems foul. Brooks and Weems off the floor, and Tinsley gives to Smith. Under 20 seconds along the baseline. Arnold fakes one man, puts up a shot. He got it! Dylan Arnold with a go-ahead three-pointer, and Kyle Teichman takes the timeout with 10.5 on the clock. The senior point guard, Dylan Arnold, the clutchest of clutch in the clutch moments. He does it again. Let's take a 30-second break. Back for the final 10 when we return on WNWS.com.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Moments ago from Ripley High, Dylan Arnold in the far corner with his team trailing by 2, able to fake the defender in his face, get him to jump past the shot, and he buried a three-pointer to give Jackson Christian a 1-point lead. And coming out of the timeout with 10.5 to play, it's Tiger basketball. Lead changes back and forth here in the 4th. The Tigers still with a chance to have the final say at home. Brooks, Tinsley, Arnold, Smith, and Manners, the 5 on the floor for Jackson Christian. And the inbound pass. Davis brings it across the timeline and draws contact right at the free throw line. Peyton Tinsley has just fouled out of the game. And Octavius Davis, who has missed all 4 of his last 4 free throws, with a chance to put the Tigers in front. So Aiden Shaw forced into action with Tinsley now out of the game. With 6.4 to go on the clock, Jackson Christian will still have a shot. And another one missed by Octavius Davis. The star point guard for this Ripley High team has missed 5 straight shots from the line, but still has a chance to tie it here. Down by 1. The shot is up, and it is good. Hung up there, but he was able to sink it. 6.4 to go. The inbound to Dylan Arnold. He brings it towards midcourt. 3 on the clock. A step back. Man in his face. It's up. It is no good. Aaron Smith was there on the follow. Don't think it would have been off in time, and we are heading to overtime. Dylan Arnold gives his team the lead with a three-pointer. And on the other end, Octavius Davis able to focus in and drill the free throw to tie the game and send us to overtime once again on the road. The Jackson Christian Eagles are down but not out. We're back for 4 more minutes of action from Ripley High when we return in 1 minute on WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Overtime from Ripley High, and we welcome you back inside the gym. Andrew Chapman with you as we have 4 extra minutes of basketball. Dylan Arnold hitting a go-ahead three-pointer in the final 10 seconds of regulation. And on the other end, Octavius Davis hitting a big free throw to tie the game. Jackson Christian had a shot to throw one up at the buzzer near midcourt, couldn't get it to go. And we're underway in our overtime action. Second time on the road this year that Jackson Christian has played overtime. If you remember, on December 1st at Lexington, Dylan Arnold hit a three-pointer as time expired to force overtime, and Jackson Christian wound up winning that game 58-57. They're trying to do something similar tonight. The bucket good by the Tigers, plus the foul will send Tyshawn Gauze to the line. And Cameron Manners just fouled out of the game. So now Jackson Christian at a big-time deficit with both Manners and Tinsley removed from the game. They've both fouled out. The three-point play is good. And that was actually Antonio Gauze Jr. with the play. So a three-point game. And Aaron Smith able to lead Dylan Arnold, who gets rejected from behind. Swatted off the glass. Jamarian Whitlow got up and stuffed the Jackson Christian Eagles point guard. There's a real size disadvantage now at this point without Manners and Tinsley. Birch Weems just fouled out of the game. Birch Weems looked pretty steady underneath, but he is hit with the block, and down goes Weems. So that is now 3 players that have fouled out for Jackson Christian, and Cooper Cantrell going to be forced into action. Will Cisco, and that's 4 players now for Jackson Christian that are out. Will Cisco fouling out midway through the fourth quarter. Manners, Tinsley, and Weems now all out of the game. So Cantrell, Brooks, Shaw, Smith, and Dylan Arnold going to have to be the 5 at least right now that can keep Jackson Christian in this game. Of course, you still have some available players on the bench. And that one falls. Both shots good for Holcomb. Ball out of bounds. Whose is it? It's back with the Tigers with 3:04 to play. Jaden Irvin's an option down there on the bench. Zane White as well. And Gage Boykin. Some of the other options for Kyle Teichman if he has to get creative with the 5 on the floor down the stretch as we tick under 3 minutes in OT. Holcomb gives to Whitlow. Tigers have not had anybody foul out so far tonight. They've got all the personnel available. And Jackson Christian at this point is wounded. And it's a 5-point game. Long possession here for the Tigers as they try and tick down the clock. Along the free throw line, they get it back out high to Whitlow. Driving to the hoop, and Cantrell just got whistled for a foul. Boy, that looked like it was all ball, and I think Kyle Teichman has a little bit of an argument down there. They're going to whistle Cantrell for the foul, although it looked like he stripped him going to the hoop. Mentioned a couple of those guys down there on the bench still available, and just stepping off of the bench, Gage Boykin. And here comes Boykin for the first time tonight. He'll take off Aaron Smith. Free throw is good. So Whitlow goes 1 for 2. And Cantrell feeds to Danier Brooks, who right now is the senior point guard, along with Dylan Arnold. So Dylan Arnold going to have to facilitate with 4 guys on the floor. That is an odd combination for him. A different group of personnel than what he's used to. Some of his senior starters. Jackson Christian going to try and find something down deep and dig deep here. Cantrell, three-pointer on the way, swirls out. And fighting for the rebound on the floor, Gage Boykin. A whistle as it gets out of bounds in front of the bench, and Jackson Christian going to be able to hold on to it with 2 minutes to play. Eagles without a bucket, though, without a single point in overtime so far. We're outscored 13-10 by the Tigers in the fourth quarter. That pass from Brooks, looking for Arnold, stolen away, and the finish on the other end makes this a 7-point game. Johnny Holcomb in double digits. He now has 11. And now a crucial possession for Jackson Christian if they're going to stay in this thing. Boykin, the three, no, too short. And Cantrell going to grab Davis and send him to the line with 1:29 to go. Aaron Smith takes Danier Brooks off the floor. Davis trying to go 1 for 2, and that free throw is off the mark. 1 for his last 8 from the free throw line, but Davis hit the big crucial one that tied the game with about 6 seconds on the clock in the fourth quarter. It's been a rough night from the line for Davis, but he got it when it counted. Eagles able to hold on to the ball and push forward, but the inbound pass nearly stolen away. Finds Aaron Smith, and he gets fouled as he elevates towards the hoop with the right hand. And will shoot a pair with 1:18 to play. Danier Brooks right back on his feet and getting ready to check in momentarily. Aaron Smith gets the first of 2. 3 players right now tied for the team lead in scoring for Jackson Christian. Smith, Arnold, Dylan Arnold, and Peyton Tinsley all with 11. So Smith with a chance for 12, and he gets it. One of those down but not entirely out situations. With 1:18 on the clock, a 6-point deficit. But defense needing to step up here and get a crucial stop for the Eagles. Bringing it across the timeline, Gauze, and a foul. Zane White, by the way, in the game. Missed that substitution. Zane White checking in. White commits the foul and will send Gauze to the free throw line. And right now, if you're Jackson Christian, you just have to bank on the Tigers missing some of these free throws down the stretch with 1:08 to play. And the first of 2 shots is true. More personnel swaps. Zane White off the floor. Back out there goes Gage Boykin. And Aaron Smith steps back on. Shot no good. Boykin able to get the rebound and gives to Cantrell. Dylan Arnold pushing it up the floor with a minute to play. Gonna need a quick bucket. Smith, top of the key. NBA range, no good. And there's the foul for Jackson Christian. Dylan Arnold with his third personal. Boy, if Aaron Smith had been able to hit that three-pointer, you'd be talking about a whole different ball game. If there was one guy on this Jackson Christian team that really you still want in right now, I'd say that it'd have to be Aaron Smith. The combination of Aaron Smith, Dylan Arnold, at least you're going to give you a better shot at hitting some three-pointers here down the stretch than maybe, say, a Cameron Manners or a Peyton Tinsley or a Will Siskel. So out of your 5 starters, you at least have your sharpshooters still in the game. And Davis able to hit a free throw to make this an 8-point game. He hits them both and now has 15 to lead the way in scoring tonight. A feed along the baseline. Shaw can't get the layup, and Boykin saves it, reverses it, no good. Smith the third try, and he kisses it off the glass for 2. Kyle Teichman going to call a timeout, set the defense, a 6-point game, and the Eagles desperate for a stop here. Let's take a 30-second break and rejoin you from the gym at Ripley High. It's 57-51 Tigers on WNWS.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Eagles set their 5 out of the timeout. It is Arnold, Cantrell, Zane White, along with Daniel Brooks and Aiden Shaw, the 5 on the floor for Jackson Christian as they trail by 6, 57-51. Tied at 47. That was the score at the end of regulation. And so here in the overtime slate, it's been a 10-4 run for Ripley High, but foul trouble getting the best of Jackson Christian with Tinsley, Manners, and Sisco all fouling out in this game. And on the other end of the court, it's finished off. It's now an 8-point game. Lead pass to Shaw is sailed over his head, and you have the feeling with 26.5, that's all going to do it for Jackson Christian. We'll see if they still try and foul here with 8 points, an 8-point deficit. Holcomb pushed in the backcourt by Dylan Arnold. First shot for Holcomb off the front of the rim, and you have to credit this Jackson Eagles defense with fouling Ripley High, trying to salvage the dying seconds of the game and make the Tigers earn it at the free throw line. Problem is he needed to convert everything on the offensive side as well, and there's been a couple of turnovers coming off of missed shots from the line. And 0 for 2 goes Holcomb. So the Eagles get what they needed. Shaw pressing up the floor with 18 to play. Arnold throws one up. The three-pointer too strong. It bounces over the back of the backboard. And with 14.5 to play and an 8-point deficit, a couple of more subs coming on. Daniel Brooks takes Aaron Smith on the floor. A carousel of bodies coming on and off right now. Zane White is back out there. And with 13 seconds to play, Zane White shoves Antonio Goss and will send him to the stripe. First of 2 falls. Boykin and Smith back out on the floor. Off goes Zane White. And Goss makes them both. 10 seconds to play in a 10-point game. Dylan Arnold, why not try it? Too strong off the left side of the rim. And as it's passed across court, Ripley can all but finish it. They finish with a big alley-oop by Holcomb. I don't think that's going to count. I don't think Holcomb dunked it in time, but Jackson Christian going to go ahead and walk their way off after that. 10-point win for the Tigers tonight. Jackson Christian just depleted of bodies towards the tail end due to foul trouble. They had 4 total players, 3 starters foul out between Will Cisco, Cameron Manners, Peyton Tinsley, and Birch Weems. So just a little bit of an insurmountable comeback towards the end there with the Tigers at full strength. And the final score 61 in regulation. Third overtime game this year by Jackson Christian, and they fall to 2-1 in overtimes. 9-6 now overall as their 10th win of the season comes up just short. Aaron Smith leads the way in scoring tonight for the Eagles with 14. Other contributors, Dylan Arnold with his 11 and Peyton Tinsley with his 11 as well. They're already shutting the lights off on us. We got to pack up the audio gear. A big shout out to Worthy Road Studios. My guy Lawson pushing all the buttons, doing the production tonight. We got to pack up. They're shutting the lights down immediately on us here. All right. Thanks so much for tuning us in at WNWS.com. We're back with you on Friday night as the Jackson Christian Eagles return home and take on FACS in their first home game of 2021. So long from Ripley High School, and have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.